Let me ask you a real question. How many opportunities have been delayed in our lives? Not because we couldn't do it, but because we got comfortable. Not because we lacked the ability, but or not because the door wasn't open, but because comfort whispered something very simple. You can start tomorrow. And guess what? Tomorrow turned into next week. And next week turned into next month. And before you knew it, a whole season passed. That's the danger of comfort. It doesn't show up looking like a problem. It shows up looking like rest, convenience, or taking it easy. But the truth is, comfort can quietly cost you progress. Hello, welcome back to JC's Learning Edge for another midweek motivation. I'm so glad that you all are here. And for today's topic, we're going to be talking about how comfort is costing you more than you think. But this lesson is a little different because I've been taking some time to self evaluate. And I just had the thought, what has comfort costed me? Even recently, what is it costing me? What opportunities did I have that I didn't jump on because I chose to be comfortable? What situations happened to where I decided to be comfortable rather than dealing with the uncomfortability of doing something new, of doing something difficult that would benefit me in the long run? So this lesson is more for us. It's not just for y'all, but it's for me as well. So please lock in. I believe this lesson is going to be not only motivational, but transformational. So give me the next 3 to 4 minutes, and I believe you won't regret it. Let's get into it. One of the most dangerous things about comfort is that it disguises itself as rest. Now, don't get me wrong, rest is important, and I've taught on it. How rest should be a part of the grinding process. That's something I feel like a lot of people leave out, which leads to burnout. But there's a difference between intentional rest and just avoiding responsibility. Intentional rest says, I've done the work, I'm recharging so I can come back stronger. Comfort says, I'll just skip today and start tomorrow. Now, like I've taught before, if you've been working really hard, sometimes you just need a day. You need that mental reset. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, when we constantly say, I'll do it tomorrow, then tomorrow comes. And as I said before, tomorrow turns into next week turns into next month turns into next year. So I'm talking about that type of thing. Because here's the problem, with this mindset. Discipline isn't usually destroyed by one big decision. It's usually weakened by small moments of convenience. Skipping the study session, skipping the workout, skipping, the work you said you were going to do. Those small decisions slowly break your rhythm. And as a result, momentum disappears, confidence starts to fade, and suddenly you start questioning goals you were just excited about a few weeks ago. That's why discipline matters so much because discipline keeps you moving even when comfort tries to slow you down. And this is actually something I talk about in my book, Graduating Half the Time. One of the biggest lessons I learned while completing my degree in a self-paced environment is this: you cannot rely on motivation. Motivation comes and goes. One day my motivation is high, one day my motivation is low. But it's the systems and discipline that keeps you moving forward even on the days when you don't feel like it. So if you're someone who wants to build better habits, stay consistent with your goals, and move with strategy instead of emotion, I encourage you to check it out. The link is in my bio. The link is in this video description, and you can look it up on Amazon. Graduating Half the Time: The Secrets of Self-Paced Learning by Jaden F. Cole. I have it in ebook and paperback version. Now listen, today was just a quick thought to get you thinking. But on Friday's deep dive, we're going to go deeper into this idea because comfort is costing people more than they realize. I know As I told you, I was in self evaluation. I was in a time of self reflection. I'm realizing comfort is really costing me a lot. So on Friday, we're going to talk about how comfort quietly destroys momentum, why it makes you start doubting goals you once believed in, and how to break out of the comfort trap before it steals another year of progress. So if that sounds like something you need to hear, make sure you do three things. Number one, like this video. Number two, subscribe to the channel. And finally, share this with someone who might need this reminder today. And make sure you come back Friday for the full deep dive. It's going to be great because remember this: comfort might feel good today, but it can cost you the life you're trying to build tomorrow. And as always, success doesn't shout, it shows up. And I'll see you on Friday, 1 p.m. sharp. Meet me there. Bye bye.